AI offers infinite amounts of leverage for small business owners, which is going to be a total game changer in the years to come. In the past, when you wanted to scale the size of your business, you had to have lots of money up front. You had to hire more employees to grow your revenue. You had to increase costs significantly if you wanted to increase revenue. That isn't necessarily the case anymore with AI because of the amount of leverage that AI creates. So in this video today, I want to walk through some of the ways that I am using AI in my own business, how I'm using that to create leverage and to grow my business, and where I see that going in the future. So to give you some context, I have an email marketing business. I manage email lists for clients and also do some fractional CMO work for a select group of clients as well. And basically what my company does is we just write a bunch of sales emails. If we take over an email list for a client, we are writing sales emails to book calls for their sales team so their sales teams can close those deals over the phone, generate revenue for my clients. So I basically just have to write a very high volume of emails on a daily basis. And good emails. They can't just be shitty emails that kind of suck. They have to book calls from prospects. They have to move people over the line and get them onto the call. So they have to be high quality as well. And that is largely a creative endeavor. When I was doing this on my own, when I didn't have any kind of team, when I wasn't using AI, I'd say from a creative output standpoint, it's pretty difficult to consistently write more than 4 to 5 solid sales emails on a daily basis. It's just not easy to do consistently over time, and I did it for about 2 years, but you do tap out eventually. So in theory, I couldn't take on, say, 10, 20, 100 clients on my own. I'd have to hire copywriters under me, hire a team, all that good stuff, because that was the only way I could scale my business up. Now here's where AI comes into play with adding leverage into that. Using AI, it took me a good amount of time to get good at writing copy with AI, granted. I'm at a point where I can write basically infinite amounts of emails. Obviously, there are other aspects of the business. There's the client relationship management. I couldn't necessarily manage 100 clients tomorrow if I were to close them. But if I had to fulfill on, say, 100 clients tomorrow, using AI, I could realistically make that happen. It's very doable because I can write emails much faster. For me, with the prompts I use, with the way I set things up, the emails are just as good, if not better, than what I do on my own. And that just provides me so much more leverage. It doesn't increase the amount of time I have to work in order to create more output. Now, this applies to a variety of things too. It's not just emails. If you look at on my fractional CMO deals, I have a couple main assets I have to take care of. So we've got email, yes, but we also have ads. So we've got to be testing new ads on a regular basis. We've got to be testing new sales pages, VSLs. We've got to be doing content on a daily basis, tons and tons of content. We're just outputting content on IG, on YouTube, on TikTok, on all of these channels. There is just enormous volumes of content that goes through a marketing team. And now that we have AI, we can use AI to do things like making short form video. I'll use HeyGen and 11 Labs to create avatars of clients of mine, like AI avatars that are actually like stunningly realistic. Like we can pump out IG Reels, YouTube Shorts, long form content that's a little bit more challenging at this point in time, but we can make pretty much unlimited amounts of short form video content using that combo with HeyGen and 11 Labs. If we want to write ads, I use the same framework that I use for writing emails, and they're still pretty solid, I'd say. The quality is very on point. We run them, we put significant amounts of spend behind these ads, behind these sales letters. So basically what this all leads to is, like, in the past, if you were, say, a $100,000 a month, a company that's pretty small makes like $100,000 a month versus one that's pretty big makes $4 or $5 million a month or $10 million a month, in that range. A lot of that difference there is just like the output. How much can your team do? A team of a $1 million a year marketing team, it's a lot smaller. There's a lot less manpower in there versus these bigger companies have more employees. A lot more content can be created on a daily basis. So using AI effectively, you can just, given that you have infinite amounts of leverage, you can just pump out so much more content. And assuming you know how to use AI, you can keep the quality on point. And this applies, like, it's not just in terms of the content itself, but there's a lot of other aspects to this as well. If I look at my kind of workflow, what I do for clients, like, I will use AI to write the emails, and then I'll pass it off to a VA who basically like loads up the email into the ESP and then sends it out or schedules it out to go later in the week. Using things like AI agents, you can cut that whole thing out of the process so that if you were to take on that 100 clients or something, you can set the AI agent up to load the copy from Claude or ChatGPT and put it instantly into the ESP. So that's that whole part of the process. I know that sounds like a small thing, but like it is a very tedious part of that process. Using these AI agents, you can piece together a lot of things that required people to be in there in the past. So I think that's the biggest thing when it comes to AI that people don't think about. It's your use of leverage as a business owner is so important. It is what gives you, it's basically what helps you to scale without increasing your costs, I'd say. Sam Altman came out a couple months ago and made this whole big statement about how AI is going to enable the first billionaire solopreneur. I think that's 100% possible. We'll see who makes it happen first. I think it'll be a little bit of time, but that's like the leverage you have using AI today. If you're not experimenting with AI, highly recommend trying that out. I've got a link below in the description to my newsletter where I teach you everything that I use for that. So thanks for watching. Feel free to drop a comment below.